Hey, it's Phil from Contemplative Chaos.
And I'm Dominic.
And thanks for tuning into our channel about parent-child bonding through shared activities. Today we're going to give you a little tour of our new house. Well, it's new to us. This house was actually built in 1815, as you can see by that year marker right there, which I thought was a rather interesting year in world history. So for American history, 1815 marked the end of the War of 1812 with the Battle of
New Orleans.
When
General Andrew Jackson took a small army and he fought the British.
For European history, it marked the last 100 days of Napoleon Bonaparte's reign, which ended with the Battle of Waterloo, and then he was shipped off to the island of St. Helena. And for world history, it marked the eruption of Mount Tambora, which led to the year without a summer in 1816. It was the world's largest volcanic eruption for the last 10,000 years. That's a little bit about the year that this house was built.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give you a tour. I said the house was built in 1815, but there's actually 3 different parts to this house. So this is the old part of the house, which we're renovating right now, 1815. And you could tell looking over here at these beams, these are chestnut beams. And it was put together with post and beam style here. So you can see these diagonals going that way. And they used to have lath and plaster, which they took down. So part of our job is actually stiffening these up. These are 2x6s, rough cut, which is not sufficient to support the load of the boys' room. Boys are pretty rough in houses, so we're gonna make these 2x8s, but we're not gonna remove these. So you'll see how we do that if you stay tuned to our channel. The next part is these older houses, they're notched. So the floor joists, I don't know if you can get up there, floor joists are notched, and what happens over time, when excessive load, it actually cracks at the notch. So that's something else we're going to have to fix in this house, which, stay tuned for that. And we took this down. There used to be a wall right here. This was the old part of the house. I actually liked having these revealed beams right here. So we're going to show you how we're going to keep these exposed to bring that charm of the older part of the house. So I want to try to keep the beams here, these revealed beams. And you have to do it in a very creative way, because I don't want to show all the floorboards. I don't want to show all the wires going behind everything. And the next part is actually an addition around 1950s. This is the kitchen area. They had a sunroom on over there. And there's a room above us. And the last part of the house was the master bedroom and bathroom added in 1994. So again, we gutted everything. We're gonna have to renovate this entire area. One of the previous owners, they actually put this here, which I thought was pretty cool. So we took the wallpaper down, and this is right behind the wallpaper. 1930s to 1971. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Something that's hard to read, but I thought it was a cool story. So I think we're actually gonna cut this off, or at least make a copy of it, just to tell more of the history of the story. Because that's one thing I do like about older houses, is they have a story. So I've already started renovating some of this, and I didn't have any of the footage, but I took the banister down right here. We're gonna replace all these lead paint encrusted floorboards here.
Yeah.
Placing this window right there. Come upstairs, they have a door right by the stairs, which is kind of weird.
So sick,
This
guys.
is gonna be the boys' room.
It's like...
Again, we actually gutted the wall out right over here. It's all lath and plaster wall.
Lath
I
and
just
plaster is
love lath and plaster.
It's just...
I just love the character of these large beams right here. Actually, and you got the diagonals here. Big old 6x6, all pegged. At least that one's pegged. I don't know what happened to the peg right there, so I might replace that. House might fall any second now. And I thought this window was really cool, which we're gonna have to replace because it's too drafty.
It's single pane.
Single
so-
pane glass has no insulating properties. And the previous owners also gutted out the entire ceiling. So that's something else that needs to be done. Bathroom's gonna be redone upstairs.
Oh, Daddy, did I tell you that the eggs hatched?
No. Oh, so we noticed that there was a little
It's a
bird's
California
nest
wren.
inside a California wren, Dominic said. Are they still in there?
Yeah, they're in there. See?
Look at them. Oh, baby chicks.
Oh, that's so cute.
They're adorable. You're sleeping right now.
Yeah.
You're sleeping. So I just came here after work, and those little birds that had hatched the other day, well, they're already growing wings and flying around. So this one hasn't quite gotten the hang of flying, but he made his way down here. Hey, little guy. Looks like a Carolina wren. Oh, look at him. We got him. We're gonna bring him up to his little nest. You can see his little friends right there. They're flying around. Hey, little guys. Okay. Who else has birds in their house, huh? That's the mommy right there. She's like, put my baby down. I am putting him down. Come on. Nothing down. Okay. There you go. You got it. And then for the girls' room, you're gonna walk carefully because this is a joist or crack right here. This is the girls' room. Again, completely gutted. Taking the windows out, replacing the windows. Is we'll be taking down this right here. So the stairs go down there. We want to turn this into like a little a nook. So we're gonna knock the wall down and allow some sun to get over there. So if you look at these original floorboards though, these are enormous. That's looks like a 14 or 15 inch floorboard right there.
That's huge.
That's a 13 incher, another 13 incher. It's just incredible how wide some of these boards are. And this right here is the old lath and plaster. This is lath work, and this is the heavy plaster. So we're actually going to get rid of a lot of this. This stuff is like 11 pounds per square foot, which is just really heavy. So that's going to go. We have one more thing to show. So the craziest or the creepiest part of this house is the basement.
This
is the creepy part. I already have lights back there, so I can't really show you, but you can see these, got whole tree trunks.
I'll bring it back.
Oh, you gotta get the light? Okay.
Yeah,
you know where it is? These floor joists are literally just tree trunks, and they're in a pretty bad condition, so we're gonna have to end up replacing these with conventional lumber. But you can see, they tried to coat these with some kind of white paint. I think it was trying to keep the insects away. See where it's connected? Rim joist. And they had an old rubble foundation right there. So I think it's kind of cool. You can see the rubble foundation right next to the concrete.
It's so cool.
Right over here. So this place also has a garage on it, which needs a little help, and it has a barn. Tiny barn, but they had horses in here. This entire thing was a horse pasture.
Was a horse pasture.
And here's the barn. So, all of this will have to get fixed somehow. Actually, this one's pretty intact, doesn't have too much rot, it's just very uneven. So we'll find a, oh, poor bird, little baby right there died.
Poor thing.
It has a few apple trees on our property.
Willows,
Right here, there we got the
apples.
apple tree. So the long-term goal for this will be to have a homestead. So we like to have like an apple orchard or fruit orchard over here. We're gonna have cows and pigs over in the little barn over there. We already have some apple trees here, and we'll have a garden. And it's also close to our in-laws and 30 minutes closer to my work. So a lot less driving for me. So that's the end of our little tour right now. Stay tuned to see how we fix this place up.
Yeah.